What's up, guys? This is Matt with Flagstaff Camera and Hidden Light, and today we're back to prints and what I've been printing this week. Well, not really this week. It was kind of like the week before last or something. But anyway, I have some recent prints. We've been doing some iterations on some older prints and then working on some new images as well. I'm preparing to figure out my end of the year show. I like to put together at the end of the year kind of a here's what I shot for the year. Hopefully I'll be able to do that in a coming video, but now I'm just kind of like working with the images, figuring out what I've got. So without any further ado, Pisography prints, because that's how I roll. Here's a lovely little 1972 Camaro Z28 that I'm sort of in love with or have a love affair with. And photographed this bad boy as he was getting a wash down. We were ootin' a boot during that same trip that I've been showing you images of from the last couple of weeks. This ended up, I think, being a gift for someone, so I made several different copies and several different iterations. This is where I landed with it. Super happy with it. I'm probably going to frame this and put it up in my office because it's so good. I'm going to leave this just the way it is. I could do it in platinum, but I'm just going to leave it. Pisography, it's enough for this image. So that's a nice one. Moving on. We've seen this one, I think, before with my goofy shenanigans lens flare thing going on here. I cleaned up all the schmutz that was in this file, which was substantial, courtesy of me ruining most of my negatives with scratches and terrible things. Happens to the best of us. So this guy I'm pretty happy with. I've got a little bit more warmth in this iteration than I did in the last one. It might be hard to tell from the white balance on this top down, but it's definitely got some more warmth to it. I'm much happier with it. There's a couple of things I could clean up in a couple of spots. Part of me wants to just let it breathe and do its thing. I'm going to continue to live with this one. I do have like a highlight here on this side that I don't love, so I may tone this down. Again, living with the prints, right? You got to hang out with it, put it on the wall, live with it for a while. So that guy I like. This is a new one. I really like this. I love where the shadows ended up. There's definitely still detail there. If this went huge and went into a house like outside of Death Valley or like an Airbnb or something, I would super be in love with it. So it may go huge in the office here somewhere or in the gallery. I think I'm probably going to do a show of like the Southwest, and we'll call that a show that we'll do at Monochrome Gallery this year. We've got some other interesting, fun shows that we're going to do this year. This is an image that I think plays very well with that. I like the grain texture in the sky. I've got just a skosh of gradient there. I've got, again, this goofy thing that's happening on the side, which is probably from the scans, although I did have some light leaks and some weird shit happening in this film while I was swapping film holders in the middle of a very bright, very non-subdued light environment. You're supposed to load 120 in subdued light, and I never do. I'm bad like that. But this guy's super happy with it. If I went to platinum with it, I'd probably push it just a little warmer. Probably like a 10% platinum mix to give me a little bit of, I don't know, just that Southwest warmth. Not sepia, but warm platinum. That would be nice. And then going along with him, we have this one and this one. These two are kind of like, back-to-back different plants. This guy is this guy from a different angle. I love what happens with the shadows here. I love the spidery, freaky sort of feeling that I get from both of these. So happy with these guys. I've cleaned them up mostly. This one still needs a little bit of love, but we're moving in the right direction with all of these. I've got my shadows in these two tamed to the point where they will hang together and look good. You can put them side by side in a frame like this and kind of be like, oh yeah, that was on purpose, which is always good. It's good to have your images look like they were on purpose. This guy, I still don't know what I think about. This is like a sketch. This is like an almost. I do a lot of sketching in photography where you take like 3 or 4 different photographs of the same subject while you're trying to line in exactly what you're trying to say and what it's supposed to look like. Close. So I got these two versions of this same image. Here's a question in the comments below. Which is better, right or left? I'd be curious to hear what you think. I think they read very differently. I don't know which is better. I generally am leaning towards this, a little more ethereal, a little slightly warmer. I've got much more brightness in the foreground here. But this has got like snap. It's snappy. And snappy can be good. So both good in their own rights. Which do you think is better? Right, left? Let me know. This is the schmutzy boy from the previous incarnation. You can see I had some shenanigans, some terrible things going on with this print. Might be hard to tell, but there's a lot of nasty banding and things going on there. So this would be the reprinted on a larger sheet of paper after I'd done my head cleanings, nozzle checks, etc. By and large, it's the same, and I really like it. I'm super into this. The gradient here is doing exactly what I want it to do. The subject down here draws you in. You've got a little bit of a path doing what it's supposed to do. Stoked on this one. I'll probably print this one pretty big too. Love that. Not that all images have to be printed big. A print this size is good. But, you know, sometimes bigger is bigger. That's all I'm saying. This guy's still moody as hell. I still haven't done the cleanup on this because I feel like it's too moody. This might be like, I don't know, it doesn't really fit with the rest of the series as much to me. And so I'm kind of ignoring this one. We're just going to leave that one over there. And then I got some more photos of my lovely lady. This one had a schmutzy experience in the print. I got a little bit of banding where I lost a head. I lost my head! But I like where this image is going. I like what it looks like. I like a lot about it. I'm going to have to reprint this. I may reprint it a little lower contrast. I don't know. I feel like it might be too moody. I feel like it needs to be a little more lens flare, a little more in the moment, a little less like, can't even tell that she has a face. But that's a good start. This one I like as well. This is kind of more that feeling I'm talking about. It's very much just capturing a moment. It's essentially the same kind of moment. She's looking down into her camera. She's shooting with a Bronica here. I don't know. This feels more true. This feels more like maybe it's the movement of the hair, but this one I'm really stoked on. So I love that one. Ooh, that's a thinner paper. It's the same paper finish, but this is a 160 and this is a 210. Can't really tell, but until you like handle the paper. It's just interesting side note, I guess. That's a dog. More my lovely lady. I can't decide if I went too far on the eyes for this one. This is probably going to be a gift for her mother. The eyes are right on the edge of too much, so I'm probably going to have to dial those back, warm this up just a little. But aside from that, I'm really happy with it. That looks really good. Close. So close. And that's a dog. It's my parents' dog, and you never know with an old dog when it might be their last Christmas, or in this case, Thanksgiving. So every time I'm hanging out with this dog, her name is Mocha, every time I hang out with her, I try and get some sort of photo that really kind of speaks to her life. For her, ball is life. It's hard to tell that's a ball in black and white, so I may go through and darken that down to make it look like a shape. And obviously I've got some head strikes going on up here. We'll get rid of those in a subsequent print. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Especially because shooting a Hasselblad with moving subjects, man, I suck at that so bad. And granted, she's sitting still on that one, but jeez, it's tough. Anyway, that's what I'm printing this week. New game. I want to see what you're printing. I want to see the images you've been printing, the images you've been shooting. I want you to give me a view like this, even if it's just on your phone. Pull out your phone, you know, be like hanging out. That's not a camera. And just record a video like, hey man, here's my cool pictures that I was shooting, whatever. Post them on YouTube. Maybe we'll do like a Discord server or something. I don't know. I want to see what you're printing. I want to see what you're living with, what your iterations process looks like. I understand that my YouTube channel is kind of a one-way thing, and that's a shame. So I'd like to feature your work. So if you post a little video talking about what you've been printing, what's been going on, post it to YouTube, I guess, and like find a way to make sure I see it. I don't know if that's posting it in the comments. I don't know how to do that really in a way that makes sense. We'll figure it out as we go. Let me know what you've been printing. I want to feature you and your prints and what your process looks like. So let's do that. Rather than what I've been printing, let's make it what we've been printing. How's that sound? I think that sounds cool. You're always welcome to just stop by the shop too with your prints and do some show and tell. That's super fun. I'm into that. Anyway, until next time, see ya.